Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's get started. Here we are. Oh crap, I should have selected the low latency, but anyway, it's fine. Oh, I think I already have. All right, cool. Perfect. We are ready to get started. Let's get rid of this overlay so that you guys can see my face. I know you haven't seen my face in a while, so here I am. Ta-da! Man, it's been a long journey. Well, not a long journey. Well, I've just been like freaking busy with shit, just work life and all that kind of stuff. And I know I haven't created much content, and I haven't been like physically, on. So here I am. It's good to see that things are still back to the way they are, and it's good to be back. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today. I just had some thoughts and just experiences in my life that I wanted to share, and I was like, I might have talked about it before, but I don't think I emphasized enough on it. So I guess that's what this session is about. So the question is, what is your worth? Are you worthless? Do you know what your worth is? And so I guess these are just some of the things that I'm going to talk about. But before we get into that, I want to share a couple of memes because, man, the memes that have been following after, the incident that happened on Thursday here in the UK. I don't know if you guys are aware, but yeah, just the memes that have just been coming out of that incident. I don't want to say exactly what happened because YouTube is just crazy. I might get flagged or something. They might tell me, oh, just sharing. You're talking about sensitive things, but I mean, these memes. I'm getting these memes from this platform called 9gag, and I'm telling you, the people that are there, they are completely. It's a disgusting group of people. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and they're very racist, very just they don't give a shit. They just speak their minds, and the memes that they're creating on that platform. I mean, I couldn't even share. I wanted to share some of the memes that I saw there, but I can't share all of them because I don't know about this platform. But I mean, some of the memes that I'm seeing there is just ridiculous, man. Look at this guy. Look at this dude made this meme with that face saying, "Imagine being jobless for 73 years, then all of a sudden you have to start working." And that's the face. That's the face you're gonna be making. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. It's crazy. All right, check this out. Check this out. Okay, this was something else. This guy recorded a reaction. I don't know if that was his mom or who it was, but so he recorded a reaction of what his mom would have looked at if he made his mom believe that he was eating cat shit. I'm not even lying. It's ridiculous. Like, just watch this. Watch this. Check this out. Right. So he fries these churro things, or whatever they are, and then that's some Nutella, and then he places that onto the churro or whatever it is. Then he sprinkles some Milo on it, Milo or Milo, however you pronounce that, and then he places like some plastic film on the catnip thingy. What is that thing called? Where the cat goes number two, and he puts that on top. My God, the days that I'm feeling down and like I'm depressed, like I just watch this and everything is a-okay. I don't know if that's his mom or something. Let me stop pointing. I need to use my cursor. You guys can see my cursor. It's a big fat red cursor so that you can see it. And so I don't know if this is his mom or sister or something, whatever, and she's there with the cat, and he goes in with that litter box with the so-called poopy. And check this out, check this out.
Sinanden berak itu gede banget tuh. Makanya. Ay, sabi lu lah, Allah, jangan itu mah tai ini, tainya dia ini lah.
Oh fuck! Oh my God, this killed me, man. That reaction, mwah, beautiful. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Every freaking second, man. Oh man. Oh, okay, okay. On to the next one. On to the next one. Meanwhile, at Windsor Castle, remember these guys? These guys were like the one-hit wonder guys, like the four horsemen, the four guys that you'd carry the coffin, Yeah, so there they are, ready to ready to do their job. They have been summoned. Oh man, this is so messed up. This is so messed up. Like someone did like a voiceover of the queen, the late queen, and it's messed up.
They were
Check
very
this
rude to
out.
the ambassador.
They were. Well, she was, yes, their Barbara, she was with me, and they walked out on
These
balconies.
chingchoms, they have no manners.
Their Majesties, the King and Queen of Belgium.
Oh, bugger. Who invited these twats? Oh, well, I thought I was going to meet the president, not his Negro slaves. Morning. I hate your dress.
This is messed up, man. This is messed up. This is so messed up, man. Did you just hear what she
You're
said?
fat. You're fat and ugly. That's all. What a lousy little bouquet. I don't want you. Take it back, you little cheap bastard. Ah, nice to meet you, Mr. Obama. Oh, it is true what they say. You do have big teeth. Big schlong too, right?
Fuck. Yeah.
Boring!
9 gag. Oh,
You are all wankers,
yeah.
and I hate this shitty place. Fuck you. Ugly. Rubbish. Crap. Ew. Hate it. This sucks bollocks. Mr.
I
Obama.
have a present for you.
Oh, present, is that for me? Thank you. Good thing I got me gloves on with them HIV and all.
No, man. Did you fuck? That's so messed up. That is so messed up. Can you believe that someone recorded this? Like someone did a voiceover of this, and that's so
With them
messed.
HIV and all.
Pleased to meet you, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's an ugly robot, isn't it? Ah, Francis, how are things going, you old child fondler, you? And what does
Child
the red
fondler.
button on your forehead do? Does it activate the...
Oh, this is so messed up. Oh, this is so messed up. This is so messed up. So messed up. Look at this. Look at this. What does the red button on your forehead do?
head do?
Does it activate
Does
the
it
wheelchair?
activate the wheelchair? Oh, look at that! A black guy with white hair. You look like a pint of Guinness. Why, you're a dumb-looking little girl. I don't like you. She's very ugly too. Soldier, slap her in the face.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yeah, crazy man, crazy. All right, check this out. Check this out. This is the new king, man. He's posing next to the grave. Man, these memes are lit. These memes are lit. This community, 9gag, these guys do not care. They don't care, man. They will speak their mind. I mean, some of the content on there is so controversial, so racist, so discriminatory, but it's like it is what it is, you know? Like these are people just reaching out. And the best part about this is, you know, they're not banned or anything. They're not told like, oh, this is too politically incorrect or something like that. You know, that no one's told, you know, what they're allowed to say. You know, everyone has that freedom of speech basically, you know, on that platform, and that's what brings the whole community together. You know, you can just laugh about these things. You know, so. Sab, thank you for checking out the channel. Memes club going on. Yeah, a notch higher. Exactly, man. You know, it's just like that time when Donald Trump was president. You know, the memes were just lit. You know, they were just back and forth. The memes were just like crazy. He would say something funny. He would make a funny facial reaction, and people would just go crazy with the memes. You know, and that's the same thing over here. That's what's going on. Man, we don't know what's going to happen, you know. And then out of all the freaking days, you know, they decided to have, well, thank goodness they're not going to have the funeral on my birthday, so that's good. It's going to be a day after, and they've officially announced that the 19th of September is going to be a bank holiday. So, well, that's I guess kind of well, it's all obviously it's of course for you know going there and mourning and all that kind of stuff. So that's when the funeral is going to happen. So. Yeah. I literally, when I went shopping the other day, was it yesterday? Yeah, I went yesterday. I went shopping. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. There was a guy behind me, and he was just like, "Oh, thank goodness we're gonna have a bank holiday." And I was like, "What the freaking fuck?" Some people, oh my God, they're just crazy, man. Crazy. I'm not even gonna say anything else after that. Okay, how come I can't move forward on this thing? What the hell is going on here? Ah, come on. Go next. Let me see this 1 second. Fucking Windows. All right. Okay, here we go. So let me just resize that. All right, let's go next. Oh man, this was so messed up. This was the worst meme ever. This meme, holy shit. All right, check this out.
Unfortunately, the energy bills are too high today, so I had to turn the life support off.
We already know the energy bills here in the UK are going to get to levels that we've never seen in our lives. And you know, everyone's just preparing for that. I don't understand why it's going to be. Just hear what the fuck the voiceover was like.
Unfortunately, the energy bills are too high today, so I had to turn the life support off.
I had to turn the life support off. Man, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. All right, one last one. One last one. Diana, open up these pearly gates right now. Man, this is so messed up, man. This is so messed up. Uh, she's over there like, open these gates. You guys know about the story between her and like there was some um conspiracy theory or something that there was some rumors going around, you know, that she had caused something and some accident happened in a tunnel. I'm not gonna go into like specifics, but you know, people were blaming her for some actions taken in the tunnel. And I don't know if it's true or not. Who gives a shit? So you know, so now it's like this is like revenge. Now you know she's finally up there at the gates, and like, she's like telling Diana like, hey, open these fucking gates. Oh man, it's messed up. It's messed up. All right, all right. Enough fucking around, man. We're done with the memes. Back to back to being serious now. Okay. Thank you, Sab, for checking out the channel. I really do appreciate it. It has been a while. I know I haven't been. Some things are better left unsaid. Yep, yep, yep. That's true. Exactly. I don't want to say too much. You know, at the end of the day, this might go viral or something. I don't know. I don't know. You know, this is the internet. Once it's on the internet, you can't take it back. You know, even if you delete your content, it's on the internet. There's these websites that are called archive or something, archive.com or something. I can't remember exactly what they do, but they copy your stats and your actual videos on your YouTube channel and they archive it. Okay, so even if you delete your channel and delete your videos on YouTube, it's still somewhere else. So once it's on the internet, you know it is. You know what's gonna happen. So you got to be a bit mindful of what you say and how you touch on these certain topics. Now, back to being a little bit serious now with you guys. Well, Sab, just you, but thank you for checking out the channel. Now, I wanted to talk about something today, and I was just thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I touched up on this topic, but I was like, I didn't really emphasize enough on it, and I think it's something serious. And so, why am I saying, are you worthless? Why am I asking the question, are you worthless? And so, we're going to talk about the people that are in the workforce and just people in relationships in general, I guess, you know, and knowing what your worth is. And I've come across a lot of people that are not able to identify what their worth is. What value do they bring to society, to the workplace, to the relationship, to anything in life in general, basically? Do you know what you're worth? Do you know what you bring to the table? Do you know what value you bring to the company? You know, and I feel like people have not really fully understood that, and because they're not aware of what they bring to the table, they're taken advantage of. You know, if you're in a company that makes you overwork, you know, gives you a lot of tasks, underpays you, they do not respect your worth because they know you do not know what your worth is. I worked with a guy who had over 7 years of experience, and I was literally just an intern. Well, not an intern, but I had like a year's worth of experience, and I was still in that intern kind of category. And I came in and I got to know the guy. We worked for a couple of years, I think a year or so, and then he opened up to me and told me what the company was paying him, and I was like, "You've got 7 years of experience, and you're literally making half what I'm making." And so it just occurred to me, like, do you know what your value is, what you bring to the table? Like, everything was running because of this one guy. He was in charge of, the whole website, the servers, the API and everything. And like, he could have just walked out and the company would have just come, it would have just come crumbling down to the ground. And when he told me what they were paying him, I was like, are you, do you, I was completely shocked. Completely shocked. And this wasn't the first incident that happened. My previous role as well, before that, the guy that I was working for, actually the woman that I was working with, she was actually my project manager. And I was reporting to her. We got really close and everything was all good. And she started telling me about what compensation she was on and like how long she had worked there for the company, over 4 years, and what she was being compensated. And I was like, I'm an intern at this place. I'm still like relatively new and I'm almost making what you're making. And it's like, you've been here for 4 years. Are you in a state where like what you're producing, what you're building, and what value you're bringing to the table? Is this, first of all, you got to ask yourself, is this something that if I wasn't here, that the company wouldn't survive? So, it's like, do you know your value? Do you know your worth? What are you bringing to the table? And because you have to, first of all, obviously put yourself in a position where like the value, the content and the value that you bring to the company or in a relationship is something that this person or this company or this entity cannot get from anyone else, right? Uh, you need to become a bit more, you need to like focus down on one, like narrow it down to one field that that you can perfect your skill set in, and then just provide that service. And you say that no one else can do this, so that increases your value, that increases your self-worth. And I see these people working for companies for years and years and years and years. Everyone starts depending on them so much because they know the ins and outs of the company. They know the product like the back of their hand. And then when it comes down to asking for a raise or something, your boss tells you, "Oh no, the economy is tough and all that kind of shit." But stand up and say, "Look, I've been in the freaking company for over 7 years, man. This is what you need to this is what you need to start paying me." Now, okay, obviously I understand like there are certain situations you cannot obviously do this. There are certain situations where if you're in a country where the economy is really bad and you're not able to get a job very quickly, then obviously you can't just stand up to your boss because your boss knows where the hell are you going to go. So, in that situation, I guess it would make sense like if your pay is transparent, okay? I've seen this with a lot of companies. Everyone's just very hush hush about what they're being paid and compensated. And then what that ends up happening is it divides all the employees and no one knows what everyone else is getting paid and the amount of work that they're doing. And, some people are then taken advantage of. So in those kind of situations, those countries where the economy is bad, the jobs are scarce, and it's difficult for you to get out there and get employed, I would be like, okay, just reach out to your employees, your workmates, and see what are they being paid. What amount of work are they doing, number one, and how much are they being compensated? How long have they been in the company for? And then from there, you can then say, okay, fine, I guess, this guy's been here for 4 years. I've been here for like 1 year and he's being paid X and I'm being paid X minus 10 or something like that. So that kind of makes sense. So you can gauge yourself and see if you are actually being taken advantage of or you are being paid what the average salary in that area is supposed to be. One thing I've also noticed is doing interviews and seeing what's in the market out there. A lot of people get so comfortable with their job. I've seen them be at one place for 10, 15 years and they do not know anything else out there. The problem with that is, if in the event something happens and you're let go, you've spent 10 years at this company, you do not know what's new out there in the market. The interviews that you will do will be so outdated, like the way you will respond in the interviews will be so outdated and backward that people will look at you and be like, dude, like that's whatever you're talking about, we used to do that like 10 years ago. I'll give you a perfect example in my field, especially in my field in software engineering. Software is changing so quickly, so fast that you need to be constantly up to date with what's the latest best practices, the best tools, IDE, all these kind of things. You need to really get out there and be and have the self initiative to go out there and well, I'm not physically saying go out there, but I'm just like search around, do some research and see what are other companies doing, right? What skill set is needed in the market out there. But people don't do that. You get stuck in this 9 to 5 job for 10 years and you're just constantly just grinding away. You do not know what's going on out there in the world, what other companies are doing, and you're completely stuck in this box. You have not improved your own career. You're stagnating basically. After 2 3 years in a company, you'll reach a point where you're just you're doing everything that is so monotonous, continuous, the same thing constantly over and over, and you just feel like a sheep. You feel like a so you need to get out there and open your eyes and see what the other companies are doing, what's needed in the market, so that you can keep yourself up to date and know your worth then at that point. Because if you go out there in the market and you be like, okay, these guys are developing code in a language that I've never heard of, you at that point, first of all, you've identified that, okay, you're lacking a skill now that is needed in the market. So you need to freaking work on yourself, take some extra time off, those days that you're taking leave off work, instead of going out and partying and just, watching movies all day or just being on YouTube watching my channel. Just get out there, do some research, build a timetable or something and tell yourself, I want to learn something new. Like last weekend, what I was doing, I was learning this new language. This new architecture. It's called Jetpack Compose, and I was just learning about it, and I was learning how to implement it. It's something new. It's what everyone is doing on Android these days. It's how apps are being built, and I wanted to go out there and I wanted to learn. So I took some time off. I switched off all my electronic devices, and I said, you know what, I'm going to spend like 2 3 hours on the weekends. It's not work related. It's for my personal development, because at the end of the day, I know that if anything happens with my current position, I know what's out there in the market. I need to build myself up. So it all comes down to knowing what your self-worth is and then demanding to be paid for what you know your worth is, right? You can't. I'm not encouraging people that don't know anything to go out there and tell their bosses, oh, you need to be paying me, what the senior developers are being paid, when you don't even know shit. If you can prove yourself, right? So identify your weaknesses, build on them. Then at that point, okay, this is what I can achieve. Then go to your boss and tell them, hey, look, man, this is what I can do. You've always been relying on me. Anytime there's a bug or something's broken down, you can always count on me. I can deliver. I'm working well with the team, and it's time for you to bump me up, man. So that's what it comes down to. So there was this thing I wanted to touch on. So 2 things: appraisals and resignations. What are the differences between appraisals and resignations, and how does your employer treat you when you're going through an appraisal process and when you're going through a resignation process? And this is key. This is so important. So during an appraisal, in an appraisal meeting, they will only speak about your weaknesses and your failures. Every time or any time that you've not delivered something, or the deadline has been extended by some time, or you were sick or something, that's when they will bring that shit up. When you go to your boss and tell them, hey, look, man, inflation right now is at like in UK inflation is at 9.8%. You tell your boss, oh man, inflation is really high, man. You need to bump my salary up, man. The cost of living is ridiculous. And then he'll start talking about your weaknesses and failures at that time. He wouldn't mention them before because of course you're doing your job. You're slacking away. But it's like at that point when you want your raise, that's the time they'll remember. Oh, by the way, that Friday that we actually needed you the most, and you called in sick. Yeah, these are the kind of things that we can't really believe. We can't really depend on you, and we don't know if giving you the raise is the right thing right now. If it was a resignation, if you went to your boss and you told them, look, I got another offer, I'm leaving you guys. At that point, they'll only be talking about your strengths and your achievements. Oh, at that point you are the best. Oh, but you were so good for the company. We're in complete shock. How are you? What do you mean you're leaving? This is ridiculous, man. We can't work without you. We've got all these things. Come on, you gotta stay, man. You've been well integrated in the team. You're building so much stuff for us. You're doing so well, because now at that point you have the leverage, right? Which brings me to my other point, which is obviously don't go into resignation if you don't know where you're. Look before you leap. You've heard that saying. Just look before you leap. So you don't want to resign your job and you don't have another job offer, lined up for the next. Or maybe it could be that you are ready to move on and maybe just retire. I guess maybe you've saved up enough, or you've whatever your goals are. Maybe some people just don't want to work after that. It's like, I've saved up enough. I've invested my money into like XYZ, whatever, and I can see that it can sustain me without having a job. Then I guess I can call that's my next phase in my life. Or you want to start your own business. That's also another way. So, but once you've made that decision, stick to it. Okay. The other thing is, in an appraisal, you may need to cry for 10% hike. Cry. You will definitely cry for a 10% hike. But in a resignation, you can easily demand or even get away with 50 to 60% hike. And now I'm not even lying about this. This was a couple of years ago, and I don't mind sharing this. When I was working in Kenya, and I was working for 50,000 net salary, and I got a job offer elsewhere, and I went in and I said I'm resigning. I got a job offer elsewhere and they're paying me this much money. Obviously at that point they were offering me around 80 or 90,000. So I told them they're offering me 100. Obviously you don't tell them what they're actually offering you. Then, and when I told them I'm leaving the company, and they were like, oh, but don't worry, we can give you 100. Don't worry, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. Think, if they're offering you 100 now when you've decided to leave, why couldn't they pay you that money when you initially started? Because you did not know you were worth that much. You found out by interviewing with another company. huh? Yes, we've all done it. Exactly, Sab. We've all done it to get a raise. This is how you climb the corporate ladder. You have to have leverage, because these motherfuckers are going to take advantage of you. They're going to take advantage of you. There's nothing that you can do. Either when you join the company, when they give you that initial offer to join, and then you negotiate your salary at that point, put your foot down and say, this is how much I want, and then I'll join you. Look, because the company makes you jump through all these hoops. Oh, do a tech test. Oh, show up at the interview at this time. You have to dress official, and you say all these fancy things that you have just memorized like 30 minutes ago from some website. 20 questions or interview questions you've memorized at the back of your head, or you're probably just reading it from your hand, and even the whole interview process is so fucking outdated, because they'll ask you things and you're like, yeah, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. And then when they give you the job, it's like, oh, just fill out a fucking Excel sheet or something like that. And you're like, what the fuck is this, But that's a different thing. So they make you jump through all these hoops. And then when you finally get the job and they offer you, they give you the offer, and the offer is like half of what you expected, at that point, that is the time you need to step down and say, you know what, put your foot down and be like, no, this is not gonna even freaking cut it. I mean, even back then, 5 years ago, when I was making 50 G's, the cost of living, the rent alone was like 30K for a 3 bedroom. So, what the freaking hell am I supposed to do with 50K? You know, they used to give me like a small sliver of an envelope even before I had a bank account back then. And it was just like, what the freaking hell am I doing here, you know? So when I told them I had another offer elsewhere, that they were gonna pay me 100, they were like, yeah, we can give you 100. I was like, yeah, I know you can give me 100, but why didn't you give it to me when I started? During an appraisal, they will delay your promotion. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I have been with companies that have always told you, oh, appraisals are coming. Appraisals are coming. They're coming. They're coming. In March, you'll have your appraisal. March comes, oh, there's a deadline. There's a deadline we gotta meet. Let's meet the deadline. And then April. April will have your appraisal. April comes, oh, you know, we just lost this guy. This guy just quit his job. You know, the economy is tough, but we have a client that's going to pay us in September. We'll give you an appraisal in September. Don't worry about it, man. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Your cost of living goes up without any notice. The government will wake up tomorrow and tell you, all right, mkate sasa ni 5 shillings more. my Swahili shit, but you know they can tell you something like that. Maziwa iko, I don't know what's the price of milk these days in Kenya. Sab, you should be telling me. This is such a lie. They just want you to slog like a donkey. Yeah, that's true, exactly. What's the price of milk, Sab? Can you tell me? Or even bread, for instance. Like if you buy a loaf of bread, I remember like loaf of bread, 55 shillings exactly. When milk, man, 55, motherfuck. I remember when milk used to be like 40 or 30 shillings a packet or something like that. Yeah, the government will just wake up one day, milk is 55. Fuck that, man. Fuck. I remember a day when milk was 30 shillings and then, you know, they woke up one day and said, "Oh, because the new budget says now milk is going to be 45 shillings or something like that, or 50 shillings, whatever." And what? An egg is 20 shillings. Holy shit. One egg. I used to buy eggs for 3 shillings, man. 3 or 4 shillings or 5 shillings. I don't remember. Fuck. A crate of eggs goes for 500. What the freaking fuck? I need to get these comments up here. Hold on a second. Holy shit. What? Man, I think I'm living in my own world. But hold on a second. Let me get these comments up here. 1 second, 1 second. Bear with me here. Holy shit. Holy freaking shit. What the freaking French? Let's get these. Okay, so you were saying egg is 20 shillings, man. Fuck, that's fucked up, man. And then a crate of eggs goes for 500. Shit. Before COVID, we used to buy eggs for 320. I remember a time I used to buy a crate of eggs for like 300 shillings or 250 or something like that. Damn, man, that's messed up. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. We've got prices that are just going up, unexpected. You know, the government's not going to come knocking on your door. Hey, you know, we're going to raise the prices of milk by 30 shillings. So, you know, you might as well just go talk to your employer first. And then once he agrees, then we'll raise the price. Nah, the government doesn't do that, man. The government says this is the budget. Milk is going to be 50 shillings. So fuck you. Now it's up to you to stand up to your boss and be like, hey, look, man, things are going up, man. I used to spend 10,000 a month on food and groceries. Now I'm spending 15,000. That's 5,000 shillings. Where the fuck am I gonna get that kind of money from? You know? And shit. Before elections, it went to 420. Fuck, man, that's just messed up. That is just messed up. I'm just completely shocked right now. Uh, let me just change the theme of the comments. 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, that looks much better. So, wow, man, that's just messed up. That is just messed up. Okay, what else was I talking about? So yes, so during an appraisal will always take some time. Oh, we'll give you that promotion. They're coming. The promotion is coming. Yeah, fuck, man, that promotion isn't coming. That promotion is, even if the company makes more money, they're not gonna tell you, oh, we made more money, by the way. Yeah, now that we've made more money, let's give you a raise. Nah. In fact, if you don't even speak up, and I've seen people that don't even speak up about, like, hey, we just closed a freaking deal. We just signed a contract with like this other company and they just gave us like 2 billion. Like, you need to give me a raise, man. Oh my God, that's messed up. That's so messed up. Do you know how expensive electricity has become here? Fuckers. Fuckers. We don't even have electricity like all day. There's power cuts and shit. Exactly. So look at that. So not only are they overcharging you for electricity, but they're just cutting it whenever without any announcements, without, man, that's messed up. That's messed up. Okay, so when you ask for an appraisal, that will be delayed. But if you're resigning during resignation, they will say that, yeah, you're the core member of the company and you're the vision of the company. So how can you go? They will, at that point, they will obviously give you the raise instantaneously. I remember my previous employer, I'm not going to mention who, but he promised me a raise in March. Okay. No, actually, he promised me a raise in January. All right. January came, and obviously that raise did not exist. So what I started looking for, other places to work for. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna use company equipment to search for another job. So I started looking for another job, and I got an offer, and it was a really good offer. Actually, I was really happy with what they were offering me, and I said, you know what? That's it. I just need to give a month notice. That was back then. These days I'm in a more senior position. I can't give a month notice. But anyway, back then, gave a month's notice, and I just told my current employer, like, hey, look, you don't need to give me that appraisal in January or something, because I was waiting for it in January. I got the offer by end of Feb. So starting of March is when I gave in the resignation, and you will not believe this. He, on the spot, not only did he match the salary that I was getting, the offer that I was getting from the next employer, but he added a little bit more on top. Like, hey, no, I can give you this now. Like, didn't you just tell me the other day that the company is going down, the economy is tough, you haven't made a profit? Now all of a sudden, where did all this money come from? You know? If you do not put your freaking foot down and know what your worth is, people are really going to take advantage of you. All right, last point. During an appraisal, there is a 90% chance of not getting any significant incentives after the appraisal. So even if they do give you that appraisal, they will treat you even worse. They will treat you even worse, because it's like they will look down on you like, oh, look at this guy. He's hogging the company now. He's just here for the money. He's not here for the work ethic. He's here for the money. And during a resignation, there's a 90% chance of getting immediate hike after you put your resignation. Obviously, yeah, we already know that. So that's it. So I think that's a different topic. That's a different point. But yeah, it's the same thing, I guess. It's like when you ask for an appraisal, they all look down on you. They won't give you the appraisal. 90% chance of not getting that bump. Or even if they do give you that bump, like let's say you ask for 10%, they'll give you 5%. So it's just messed up. It's really messed up. So it all comes down to you as an individual, knowing your self-worth. What value do you bring to the company? And when you know what value you bring, perfect that skill. Just fucking perfect it. Do it to a point where if I call in sick today, no one else will pick up my work because I'm the only one who can do this shit. at that point you have leverage. So what the main points is: perfect your skill, know what your worth is, look before you leap. Don't freaking resign and then and you don't know where you're going next. You need to know where you're going. Now, the last point I want to make is when you finally decided, okay, enough is enough. These motherfuckers aren't paying me enough money. I'm not going to stay with this company anymore. At that point, you've made that decision, isn't it? Here's the fucked up thing. When you tell your boss, I'm leaving, and now they start telling you, no, we'll give you twice as much more, we'll change everything more. I'm telling you guys, please, I'm begging you, Sab, listen to me. Never, ever take a counter offer. That is career suicide 101. I have never, ever in my life ever accepted a counter offer. What is a counter offer? A counter offer is when your future employer, that the company that you want to go and work for in the future, when you leave this current company, they give you an offer, and then the second offer that comes from your employer, your current employer, when they find out that you're moving to another company, they say, you know what? Oh, they're offering you that. We'll give you this much. That is the counter offer. Never fucking accept that offer. Never. That is career suicide. Because once you have decided to leave, you need to show your current employer that your mind is fixed and set. You've made your decision, and you cut it there at that point. Because if they can see that you can be manipulated, that you can be brainwashed and said, oh, you're offering me more, it's gonna sound very tempting to stay, because you're like, yeah, I don't need to learn anything new. I'm not gonna go to another company. Maybe the distance to travel to that new place is gonna be different. So I don't wanna put myself through all of that shit. I might as well just stay. And I have my friends here. There's nothing like friends and family in a workplace. I'll tell you that. That's a different thing. But they give you a counter offer, you tell them to shove that, because once you've made your decision at that point, right? You've thought about it. You've got an offer from another company. At that point, you've made your decision to move. Do not get tempted. You will be tempted. They will tempt you by, we'll give you more and more of this, and we'll change this. Maybe it's not the money. Maybe it's the way they do things. Maybe every morning your boss comes in and sits next to you and micromanages you, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Get off my back. I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want to be sitting in an office where someone's just looking over my shoulder every 24/7 telling me what to do. That's not a healthy work environment, right? So maybe it's that. Maybe that's the reason why you're leaving. Once you've made your decision, just, tell him, look, I'm leaving. They'll ask you why. Obviously, you can explain to the company, yeah, ABC, these are the things I just don't like, and my compensation. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's always compensation. So once you've made that decision, just move on. So that was that point. The other point I wanted to make was, I can't even remember right now. So you've made the decision, you've moved on. There was something else I wanted to say, and I can't even remember it right now. Shit. I just had it in my head and I just totally forgot it. What was it? Okay, let me see this. When you resign, never take a counter offer. Accepting a counter offer shows that you don't know what you want in life. Yeah, of course. What else? Yeah, I think because I talked about the career suicide thing, you should write pointers or something. I did. I had my freaking notes over here. These are my notes. What the hell, man? Look, I have my notes over here. Don't judge me here. But there was something else that I wanted to mention, and I had it in my head. I just didn't. You just forgot stuff. Yeah. Fuck you. Why don't you try doing this? Sab, do you think this is easy? Why don't you get in front of the camera and talk to the audience? Let's see what you have to say. You're just there over there and you're clickety clacking your keyboard, making all the comments and shit. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess. Fuck, man. There was one more thing I wanted to say. I totally forgot. Very easy. Really? Why don't we do this? Why don't we get on a video call? I'll send you a Meet link. All right. You join me on the Meet link, and then I can put your face up over here, right over here. How about that? Why don't we do that? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Uh, One more thing I guess I can say. It's good to move on and try something new from time to time. It's the best way to get a good salary bump anyway, you know, the appraisal that you'll get. And if you were actually to just skip from one job to the next, you'll climb the corporate ladder faster than if you were to just stay with one company and show your loyalty and all that kind of shit. It's not, it's not really going to work out. Uh, I'll get more subscribers because of your pretty face. Oh my goodness. Well, that's what you think. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Of course, very pretty. Of course, yes. Very good looking. I don't know. I haven't seen you recently. When was the last time we had a video call? It's been a while. But yeah, yeah. But actually, you know what? It's a fact. It is a fact. Having a woman on anything, will definitely get more subscribers and viewers. Men are just down there in the fucking dumps, man. In fact, there was this other meme that I was looking at. I don't know if I have it on my phone right now. Let me just. it's where men are placed in society and how men are looked at in society. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't know if I have it here though. Ah, fuck, I deleted it. Yeah, shit. It was like you have rich women, rich men, dogs, and then something I don't know. It's like a long list of like different like categories, and then men are down there, poor no slaves, and then men, prisoners, and then men. Yeah, that's how it was. Oh man, it's crazy. What are you saying here? Yeah, someone ditched me. Yesterday I had a date with this guy. It was a virtual movie date. Oh my goodness, here we go. You gotta understand, man. This is life. Sometimes things just come up and the guy's just been too busy. And then this guy became too busy. Yeah, that's the thing. It's called life. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's things are thrown at you that you have to just do because you wouldn't have time to do them during the week because some of us are working. We got bills to pay. You know what I mean? uh, do you have something else to say about this? No, I don't have something else to say about this. Advice. I think I've already talked about advice. Just following the advice of the pointers that I just talked about. Obviously, just look before you leap. Don't go and threaten to leave a company and you don't know where else you're going to go. Obviously, don't freaking go and do that. And once you've decided to leave, stick by that decision. Don't let other people come and influence you on the decision that you've made initially. The other thing is, right, I remember now. If you decide to take the counter offer, okay, your employer says, oh no, don't go for that other company, just stay with us, we'll pay you more. In a few weeks' time, they're going to be looking for your replacement behind your back. Think about that, okay? Secondly, nothing's going to change. It might change for the first week or so, but after some time, everything will fall back into the way it used to be. And you'll be like, what the fuck? And then the third thing, the company that had given you the offer will never give you an offer again. If you reach out to them now, they'll be like, nah, we gave you an offer and you rejected us. So you've already ruined your reputation. If you went through a recruiter, that's even worse because this recruiter went out of their way to find you this company, and then you get a counter offer and you're like, no, I don't want to go now with the company. I've changed my mind. It really looks bad. It really looks bad on your reputation. It's career suicide. Don't freaking do it. Once you've decided, it all comes down to that initial decision. Make that decision first. if you have to draw like a list, put a pros and cons list, say, okay, these are the pros, these are the cons, this is why I want to leave, this is why I want to stay. Okay. If the why I want to leave list is long, you gotta leave, man. You gotta leave. So look before you leap. Once you've made a decision, execute on it, and know what's out there in the world, what's out there in the market, so that you know that you are up to date with the right skill set, and that you can then judge on what your self-worth is. And that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, fantastic. We're done. We're done here. There's nothing else that I wanted to say. Unless, Sab, do you want to say something else before I go and call it a day? How long have I been on for today? Today's session has been 52 minutes. Man, that's an hour. Shit. All right, guys. I guess that's it. Sab, anything else? All right, bye. All right, thank you, Sab. I think after a couple of hours, I will have another session where I was working on that beat. I made some good progress on it, by the way. So we can do that. I think I'm gonna go down and cook something because I'm freaking starving, and then after that, we'll have a session and work on the beat. I guess that will be studio session 5, I guess. So yeah, if you want to join, yeah, definitely by all means. Anyway, thank you so much, Sab, for checking out the channel, and for anyone else that does check it out, I really do appreciate it. It has been a pleasure. Bye-bye.